Gonna make a change, and like a butterfly, I'm gonna spin my wings. Now I'm drying my eyes, round in my shoulders. Now it's time for me to fly. This time, I'm gonna do it my way. This time, running up the hard way. This time, I'm gonna go back to the girl I was, and the night she found me. No more, nothing make a real me. Just wait, in a minute you'll see. This time is in time.
Well, from our Ohana to all of you.
Well, aloha and good morning, everybody, from Hale Pohaku. This is Monday, April something. And we are checking in from base camp at the 9,000 foot of Mauna. We are at the visitor center for the TMT shutdown. We are Mauna Kea. That's the new hashtag today. Check hashtag TMT shutdown for news about what's going on here. And the new one that we are promoting now is We Are Mauna Kea. Just wanted to check in for a few minutes and let everybody know that everything is all makai up here right now. As you can see, we have moved the tent situation across the street and expanded it considerably. It is gorgeous in there. We're going to go walk over there in a few minutes and I'll show you what's going on. But the tent, the information booth that was on this side of the road, which was mostly actually the kitchen and information, but mostly kitchen, has doubled in size and is now a windbreak on 3 sides. And then we've got 2 more tents. There's some sort of fountain situation going on over there, and hot Olena tea and kombucha and food for an army. The update for today is that there's been, as far as we know, no construction workers today. The 30-meter telescope is at a standstill. Hashtag is still true. TMT is shut down while they go talk to each other and try and figure out how to deal with this. Because these folks are here not even so much protesting, but protecting Mauna Kea, which is a sacred mountain. The most sacred mountain of all the mountains is Mauna Kea. So putting an 18-story tall building on top is just not cool. So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because I actually want to walk around for a few minutes and then get this posted. And then I actually need to go move my car. To be very honest with you, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go move my car because I parked in the visitor center. There's nowhere else to park. But they have been letting us park down there. So that's the situation too. There's a few less parking spaces now. And these were all full when I got here. But down there, before you pull up, actually right before that last bend, there's a driveway, a dirt road down. You can pull in there or you can pull up and pull in right over there where I'm pointing, where that guy's walking. And there's actually quite a large lot or two down there for parking, so come on up. Check in at Puhuluhulu at the base of the hill, hang out there for a bit, and then come on up. We have entertainment, we have information, we have food and water, and I don't know what the fountain thing is, but that's new. It's very interesting. Hello, Auntie Patty. Okay, so here's the kitchen situation. I don't know what that is. What is that? Oh, is that the kombucha that he was talking about? I don't know what it is. Pretty fancy though. And over here, they have the new food tent. And inside here, we can feed an army for at least a week. Perhaps longer, because I have a good feeling that everybody's got stuff in their trunk too that they just haven't brought out yet. Because there's almost no place to put it. We have hot food over here. Excuse me. Rice and Auntie Koo, your soup is still hot. It's noon and your soup is still hot. And we have it's like plenty of propane and burners. We've got choke cup of noodles. Don't bring any more cup of noodles up for a while. We have cups and paper products and water, lots of plates. We have apparently Maui style chips are the way to go here, because we have a lot of those. Oh, there's some other ones in there too. Maui, those are good. If you're on the mainland watching this, they're very much like Sturzings, that I think are from Illinois or something like that. They're super ono. So excellent food setup situation going on now. So if you're bringing up supplies, I would say don't even check in with anybody. You don't have to worry about any of that. Just bring them here to the central kitchen area and drop them off. I say, oh, there's the dishwashing setup. Somebody was talking about this. So yes, we have soap and pads and a draining rack. And now they'll actually dry without getting all dusty, because we're covered on 3 sides. Okay, so that's what's going on here. Let me see. So no messages so far. It's weird. My chat is not working. It worked the other day, but if you're chatting at me, I can't see it. But I do see it when I get home. So just know that that's why I'm not responding, is because I can't see it. Sometimes the streams aren't archiving either properly. So if anybody is out there and can mirror this stream or restream it, you have full permission to steal, copy, borrow, share anything we put up. And I actually appreciate it, because I don't know why, but sometimes it's not archiving. Okay, so that is the current situation going on here. No work today, so far as we know. Holding steady with the 24/7 vigil. The energy is really good here. It was a little strange on Friday after the arrests on Thursday. There were 31 people arrested on Thursday. And then Friday was a little funky. But today feels better. A lot better. Logistically, they're in a really good position. Emotionally and all that, everybody seems really happy and cool. So I'm gonna stop and save this stream now so that you can share it out. Hopefully, if it archives, you can share it out. And I don't know when I'll be back live again, but we'll definitely try and check in one more time. Mahalo for watching. Again, the hashtags for this action are TMT shutdown. TMT stands for 30-meter telescope. If you can please tweet at Canada and tell them to not fund this thing, that might just put the final nail in the coffin. We understand that they are supposed to be good for like $250 million that was supposed to build the big silver dome to put the thing in, and that might be questionable. Okay, so here's what happens. See? Oh, wait. Okay, not stopping yet. A car is coming up, so the picket line starts. You make one trip across the street, and then pow, and usually by then there's somebody stopping and talking to them and greeting them anyway. We have an information sheet that she's passing out. Oh, look, that's my clipboard. Yay. And we have information sheet. All the people that come up here are mostly visitors. It's like 94% of the traffic is tourists and visitors. And they need to stop here and acclimate anyway, because you come usually from sea level. The base of the mountain is at about 6,000 feet, where you turn off the saddle up here, and then we're at 9,000 feet. So she's inviting them to come over and talk story with us. And speaking of talk story, I see a circle gathering. We're never going to cut stream. That's what's going to happen. We're going to go over here and see if they're saying anything good. Oh, it's a new banner. Oh my goodness.
I remember every single person who came on this Mauna and who fought with us for our Mauna. Yeah, so. And I have a bunch of Sharpies. If we could just write our names below the Mauna in the Valkanaka. La'aka Valakua for Poli'ahu and Akua. Yeah. Try to write as small as you can, but yeah, legible. But if we could just write our names going down, and if we do run out of space, we'll slowly work our way up over here. But I just wanted to keep this vahi noa. Nona kua amena omakua amena kupuni. So we'll find a vahi to put this. I'm not sure. A tent or a pakoko or something. Just have everybody sign your name, your age, and where you're from. And if your keiki was here and they're not here, you can sign their name for them as well. And just pass on this message to everybody who comes up this Mauna. And for those I'm going to put this on Facebook. And for those people who already flew home, I'll get in contact with them and I'll write their names on this as well.
Hey!
Uh-oh. They have been really noisy up here all week. I've never heard them squawk so much.
Yeah, they blocked the road too, that's why.
Right on. The nene?
Yeah, they're walking.
Oh, there they are.
Yeah, oh, there they
go. You see?
There's the baby nene right there. Baby nene.
The baby nene have been very squawky this week. I never heard them squawk so much. Maybe. Yeah, there they are. You hear? Yeah. Right on. Right on. Stylish.
In about 3 weeks, we'll be intensive
Really? Alright. Oh. I will. Send.
And we've been kind of holding down the fort here. This is actually this is our 12th day now. 12 days standing strong. We've always had a presence here. So just a couple of things. Just want to reiterate that for some people it's repeat. I'm just repeating myself every time for our new guys. First off, biggest mahalos and aloha for coming in support of Mauna Awakea. And really, as we've noticed over the past 12 days, everything that Mauna Awakea represents. This is worldwide. This is an amazing movement that just started by a few of us coming up when we heard tractors was moving on our Mauna. And it's definitely been an honor to serve the mountain. And everyone coming forward is just helping to pili our people together, and all peoples, just bringing us all together. And what's really made this possible is our kapu aloha. It's a new kind of movement compared to anything we've seen in a long time. And so that kapu of aloha, just really abiding by our truths of what we know what is pono, how to conduct ourselves when we're in a sacred vahi, when we're in a sacred place. And also the idea behind of aloha of compassion. Compassion is very important. Our efforts here has simply been to protect the Mauna. We have this is our aloha safety check over here, and we're making sure the mountain is safe and everyone is safe. Kind of mountain first. Make sure the Mauna is safe. Because if the Mauna is safe, we all safe. Hey.
After you.
Yeah. So kind of like just generally what's been happening here over the past 12. We kind of got our system worked out here. We monitor the crosswalk here. Most of us, we are on guard by 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m. every morning. We never know when they're coming. They've proven themselves to be pretty sneaky bagas, and so even when we hear they're not coming, they have showed up, trying to sneak around us, and all that kind of funny kind of business. But our strongest thing, keeping that aloha and keeping transparent. One thing I want to always reiterate, with that kapu aloha, what that has also given us is a good, solid, open dialogue and positive relationship with all the makai, with all the police officers, the security guards on the mountain, and even the rangers here. And keeping that kapu aloha, what that's done is that they tried to pull some tricks on us, making them look dumb. Because they're calling up the police officers saying, oh, this is happening. They get up here and we over here, kanikapila, singing everybody eat like food. And really is showing their colors right now. But just keeping it prayer for the Mauna. In a little while too, I know I said to do it this morning, but a couple more times, what we want to do while we're here, you know, everyone coming here, one of the biggest things that we would try to encourage is education. And so you see the actual stopping of all the vehicles and stuff is just to make sure that everybody coming here, at least make sure that they know what's happening in this place. Yeah? For all of our Poe Malihini coming visiting through here, very important. You know, for me, if I go travel to someone else's place, I go like learn about the place, right? And what's going on. So we'll offer them the opportunity to come and learn. But also for every single one of us who come to stand for the Mauna. Yeah, a lot of us have our own mana'os, our own stories, our own background, our own pilina, our own connection to this mountain. And maybe some of us, we know some of the stories here and there. But with such a plethora of people here, we can share more of that mana'o and expand our knowledge about the Mauna. Also too, we have these pamphlets. Please come and get one. It's basically an awesome fact sheet of everything that's been happening, particularly with this case over the years. It shows the cultural part. This is very important as we're educating everybody, everybody to be balanced. So a lot of us are here because it's a sacred place for us, but it's not exactly held as sacred to everybody. Yeah? But what we can use to educate people about the other part, the science of this mountain. When automatically we talk about science of Mauna Kea, people think astronomy. No. There's the science, which is the geography and the geology and of this mountain. That's very important to know too, because that's how we're educating ourselves of why this project is pono'ole for this mountain. It's understanding the geography and the geology and its effects on our water cycles and all that kind of things. So opening your minds to learning that things is very important. And of course, the next part for balance is the legal. Yeah, the political and legal issues that surrounding this project and the corruption of the legalities. So we have some awesome fact sheets that we're sharing with everybody. Some of us have been here, and by God, I swear, by the end of this thing, I will be one lawyer myself. I'm just learning so much of all these things and all these rules, and look, we're talking about jurisdictions up and down, and this code, that get choking different things. But while you're here, I encourage us all to vala'au, to talk story, to learn about what's happening here. The last thing we want is what the world to go out there is we just have a bunch of ignorant people who just stuck in one way. How come you protect the mountain? Because it's sacred. And because it's sacred. No, you got anything to that? Yeah. So part of that, and that's really an important thing too. We gotta stop being stuck with just being able to say that. In this day and age, it's a little bit different. I'm repeating my spiel. I know it's kind of in our tradition or ways that we don't ask. We don't ask why. Yeah. Our kupuna, you don't ask why. You just do as you're told. And part of that is because in the ways of our kupuna, we lived in these places. We were always amongst these Mauna or gathering in the oceans or doing these things. We were always in these practices. So they don't like you ask you all the questions because you're going to go experience it for yourself. And then you're going to learn. You're going to be in these places. You're going to create your own pilina. That's why the kupuna, they give us what they give us, but don't ask why, because that why is what they want you to experience, to learn for yourself. The difference in this day and age is we are not in those practices all the time. Yeah? We're not always down fishing or gathering for all of our mea'ai. We're not spending our time observing the skies and the movements of everything. We're stuck in the office. We're stuck in our jobs. We're stuck doing this. We're stuck doing that. We're not on our mauna. We're not in these places as much as our kupuna were. So now, it's having to justify. Nowadays, that's the way the world today. If you're going to make a claim, you need to be able to justify it. So you can say it's sacred. They're going to ask you, why? I hope you have an answer. Or else you just, because I was told that. Then really, what is your connection? Why is it sacred? So that's very important here too. We're rebuilding, okay, from that foundation. Build your foundation and your pilina to this mauna. And so with that, other than that, we've just been keeping a good vigilance here. It's been real festive days. We get good music, good food, eat. That's everyone else's assignment over here. You have to eat. It's so much food. It actually becomes a problem sometimes. There's too much food. So come cow. The other thing, more food just came.
So get hot chicken inside there right now if you guys want to. Get hot chicken in the cooler on the table. Get some sandwiches. So go eat.
The other thing too, if you notice, we've been talking to the police, and yet they've been leaving. That's because we're doing kapu aloha is how we do things. So because we're in compliance, there's no reason for the police to be here. And so how we're doing that on our own and monitoring ourselves is that because the road is a county road, we have to stay on the inside of the white lines going up and down. We cannot block the road. We cannot block any of the roads. We have to stay off the road. If you want to protest, you can walk across the crosswalk because you can take your signs and everything. We're stopping the people just because we're giving them information. But the only people that are really stopping is the TMT people and the construction people. And because they're not here, we're kind of more relaxed. But we're not sure when they're going to show up, again, like Lana Kina said. So the important thing is that we keep the roadway clear, watch for each other, because safety is important. Because a lot of times water trucks go up and they come down, so we cannot slow them down because they need that momentum to get all the way up. And then if they come down, if we're in the way, they're going to have to jam the brakes and they might fish still and then somebody gets hurt. So as long as we're monitoring ourselves, there's no reason for the police. And that's our intent. And that's why a lot of people are wondering, how are we able to do it so peacefully and still get the message across? And so we thank you. So for people, new people, other people will help each other, educate each other. And as long as we're like that, Rupono, everything. Plus too, you represent your ohana when you're up here. And the part is people are videotaping. Everything goes around the world. So you're going to be a part of it. And you're going to end up seeing yourself on Facebook and not even realize that you were on Facebook.
Or on CNN, or on Maori News, or Miami Tribune or Miami Herald, or New York Times, or we everywhere. What was the one in London,
Huffington Post,
France? Oh yeah, we've been #1 in what they call it thing on Facebook. Trending on Facebook for 2 days. #1 in the world.
And one area that we haven't hit yet is Japan. They haven't had any release, but they've contacted us and they're making moves to take all of these stories, all of these videos, and they're in the process of translating them to Japanese so they can get that to the Japanese community. But we're gonna hit the Japanese community in this week too with the Merry Monarch coming in. Yeah. So again, it's only gonna continue to grow. So we just gotta be even every day. We've got to be even more mindful of the way that we carry ourselves. Because every day we garner more attention With more attention, there's more potential for screw-ups, yeah? So just be mindful of all of that. Every day that goes by, we have to kind of increase the standards and heighten the standards in the way that we carry ourselves, because again, we just get more and more attention every day, and with that's coming more support. So we want to keep that. We want to keep it that way.
And as far as some immediate things you can do to help, if anyone has any Ohana friends or family in Canada, we're really trying to get the word out to Canada, because as of right now, the Canadian government hasn't released their monies. And as we've been meeting a lot of guests who come from Canada, they have no idea that $300 million of their money is getting transferred for this thing, or might. So we're increasing, trying to send that word to Canadian families. Okay? You know that?
Mind just introduce me to somebody from Canada. She lives here and she's willing to organize demonstrations here.
Awesome. We also have the I don't know more movement that one of the main groups started in Canada. They've also voiced their support. There's many different Indian nations that have been voicing their support of the White Mountain and their connection to this place too, and all the Maunas connecting. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Haleakala, I was up on Haleakala the other day. Was it yesterday? Sunrise in prayer in Pule. I mean, Waianae, like 200 people, sign waving and all. It's gnarly. So our movements are great, and our movements are pono.
And there's going to be a worldwide sign waving on Wednesday as well. So wherever you guys are, if you're not going to be here, if you have Ohana who cannot make it here, let them know. Even if it's right outside the driveway of their hale, hold signs. I think it's 3 to 6 p.m. 3 to 6 p.m. So it's going, and any way that anybody can contribute and support is important, because we don't need people just up here. We need every form of support up here, in the courts, holding signs, posting on Facebook. Anything and everything is a help. Again, as long as we continue to hold ourselves and conduct ourselves in the right way.
Anything now or anything? Mahalo. All right.
Not very graceful. Sorry. Could have been worse, that's for sure. Okay, so there you go. The official update is pretty much like I said. So I am definitely going to cut stream now because I'm thinking it was the long streams that didn't save. And so it might just be that the signal is so weak up here that it never posts up. But I am checking the chat and I still have no chat. I can't see chat if you're chatting. Okay, so this is Carrie checking out from Hale Pohaku for the TMT shutdown. And the new hashtag is We Are Mauna Kea. So please tweet those out. Tweet out this link. If it saves. I don't know, I'll try and check in again later today, seeing on how things go, and definitely if anything exciting happens while we're here, we'll check in for that. But that is pretty much the update. As per Lanakila guys, it's all pretty serene actually up here. We're not expecting any construction workers. It's got to be going on 1 o'clock-ish or so, and nothing has happened yet today. So all the tourists are being stopped and given information, and just check in and say hi and aloha and make sure everybody's gonna be safe on the mountain. But if anybody does come up to desecrate the mountain, then something different will happen. So that is the current status. This is Carrie, Ahui Ho. Please follow us on Twitter. We're Occilo Media, OCCHILO-MEDIA. There is information at kahea.org, K-A-H-E-A-D-O. It's hard to think up here. Kahea.org, K-A-H-E-A.org. They are working on setting up a website, so we'll have more of a central clearinghouse for press releases. Oh, there's a new press release this morning, emailed out to media contacts in Hawaii, and there's a copy of it posted on the Occupy Hilo wall. You can go check Occupy Hilo in solidarity with Occupy Wall Street and share from there. There's a pretty tasty picture of Jason Momoa, who is a local actor from Kauai who came over to support. We've had a few folks come over to support from almost every island, and we super appreciate them. So check that out and look for the new website when it's posted. There's a Facebook group called Stand for Mauna Awakea, and you can definitely, there's like over 1,000 people in that group now. It went from 250, I think, people to 1,000 people over the weekend. So it's a little hectic in there, but there's definitely a boatload of information flowing. That's what I know about that. Mahalo for watching. Mahalo for sharing, liking, commenting, all that good stuff, spreading the word. And talk to you later. Ahui ho.